Alright, so all my kids are here. Very good afternoon, everyone. Alright, am I visible and audible to everyone? Alright, perfect. So I guess you all can see me and you all can hear me well, perfectly. And let's begin. Alright, yes, so now things look great, and yes, now I'm able to see everything properly. Alright, very good afternoon, everyone. पूरा 1 minute late, ma'am. Okay, Yukta. Alright, you guys, let's begin, and very happy to see you all too. Very happy to see you all. I hope that you know what this series is going to bring you. It is the Zero to Superhero series. So tell me, our first chapter is going to be the very first chapter of human physiology from your NCERT textbook. From your NCERT textbook. Yes. Yes, whatever we are going to be writing today, you will get the PDF in the Telegram channel. And children, I hope you know that the Telegram channel the link is in the description box below. So first of all, did you all mark your attendance? Did you hit a like? Did you all mark your attendance by hitting a like button? All right. So yes, welcome to Vedantu Enlite channel. I hope that you all have hit the like button. Okay, share this with all your friends. Ask them to come along too, because this is going to be a super power packed series that we have launched for all of you, especially those of you who are aiming for the NEET, which is coming up, NEET 2022. This is going to be for those kids even who have not studied at all. You can start right from right now and make it good to your NEET exams. Alright, so yes, we're starting with your most favorite human physiology. Okay, for those of you, many of you already know me. For those of you who are new, let me introduce you to myself. I am Dr. Sindur, NEET Zoology expert at Vedantu. I have done my BHMS from D.Y. Patil College in Pune, and I've been teaching for NEET Zoology from over 10 years. Now, also kids, I'd like you to know that I have got many of my children have already cleared the NEET exam. They've already become doctors. They are becoming doctors, and soon your batch are going to have many kids who are also going to get into the medical college. Yes or no? All of us, yes or no? We're going to crack this NEET exam. Yes or no? Tell me, kids. Hello, Saksham. Yes, Shobit. Perfect. Alright, let's begin. If you've not done so far, hit the bell icon so that all these lectures, you get a notification for this, and you don't miss out a single lecture. Okay, so go ahead and hit the bell icon for all of you. I hope you all have subscribed until now. I am not going to tell you this. This is your responsibility. You are going to subscribe yourself, and you're going to call your friends on this channel too, so we can have fun learning together. Yes, everyone? Alright, chalo. Let's begin. And yes, this chapter is breathing and exchange of gases. Yes, now today you all will be able to see, all my Sankalp kids are also here. Many of my Sankalp kids are here. Kids, you'll see how exactly ma'am makes her notes when I'm sharing it with you in the classes also. So you can see that here. So we're going to have colorful sessions so that you don't get bored with one or two colors. And are you excited for this? And also kids, this whole PDF will be available to you. Right after the session, I'll post it there. Okay, that's my promise. Alright, you guys. So first of all, if we're talking about breathing and exchange of gases, let's begin how NCERT begins. Right from the basics. Okay. When I talk about breathing and when I talk about respiration, you all know that these are not the same things. These are two different things. In fact, we can say that breathing is just a part of respiration. Breathing means what? we start this chapter with the difference between the two. So let's begin that. Let's begin with that, the difference between breathing. Are you all able to view the screen? Can you just let me know? Breathing and respiration. Is the screen visible to everyone? No, you don't have to write in this session. You are going to be just answering me because you will get this PDF. You do not need to write along with me. Just answer me. Okay, because you will be getting the PDF. Do not sit to make notes right now. I want your interactive sessions right now. I need you to be giving me your answers. Tell me, breathing is only air coming in, air going out. Yes or no? So breathing is only, we can say it as, it's just an exchange of gases. Breathing is only exchange. Exchange of gases is what we call as breathing. Between what? Between what? Between the atmosphere. Between the atmosphere and between the, tell me, between atmosphere and lungs. Where are your answers? Quickly, I need your answers in the chat box. Whereas when I talk about respiration, respiration is going to be where all that oxygen is going to be used up at the level of the cell. Yes or no? Perfect. So it is using the gas. Okay, which gas? Oxygen. Where? At the level of the cell. At the level of the cell. What are we going to call this as? Tell me everyone. What is this going to be called as? It takes place at the level of the cell. That will be cellular respiration. That will be cellular respiration. Perfect class. Alright. What about enzymes? Out of these two, which is the process where enzymes are going to be required? Can you tell me that? Which of these processes are going to be using enzymes? It is respiration. So here, enzymes are used. Right? And what about in breathing? No enzymes. No enzymes. When Baba Ramdev tells you to take a deep breath in and deep breath out, are you utilizing any enzymes? No, you're not. So no enzymes for breathing. Alright. And what about, which one is a mechanical process? Out of the two, which one is a mechanical process? Who will tell me? Out of the two, which is a mechanical process? Breathing. Very good. Breathing is a mechanical one and respiration will be biochemical. Respiration will be biochemical process. Is this clear, everyone? Are you able to read the screen properly? Can you please let me know, or should I use a lighter color? Okay, I think I will use a lighter color for everyone. Alright, now let's begin with the very basics, that is breathing in animals. Right? We know the different phyla. Breathing in animals. What are the different phyla, kids? We start off with which phylum? Which phylum will we begin with? 1. Porifera. Porifera. How do porifera breathe? Can you tell me? How do poriferans breathe? How do poriferans breathe? Yes, it is the general body surface. General body surface for porifera. What about the next? Next phylum, kids. Cnidaria. Cnidaria. What about cnidaria? How are cnidarians going to be breathing, everyone? Very good. By simple, again, same thing. General body surface. Okay. So, not only cnidaria, we can say cnidaria. Then we can say even ctenophora. Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes. Yes, children, are you seeing this? Platyhelminthes. All of these are breathing through general body surface. Perfect. Even Aschelminthes. Even Aschelminthes, general body surface. Very good. Now let's come to the next one, and the next one is going to be, let me just change that color. We had used these all. Yes, correct. Next, we come to annelid. What about annelids? Annelids are going to be breathing through skin. Annelids are going to be breathing through skin. Can someone tell me what is this going to be called as? We call this as cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous respiration. Yes or no? Perfect. Perfect. They are having a cutaneous respiration. They are going to be breathing through their moist cuticle. Moist cuticle. Okay. Next, after annelids comes arthropods. Now when we talk about arthropods, we have tracheal system. Tracheal system. I will tell you when to make notes. If you want to, you can. If you want to, you all may start making notes along with me. But I'll tell you, you're going to be getting this PDF. Alright. Arthropods is tracheal system. Also along with tracheal system, we have the aquatic arthropods. Aquatic means what will they have, children? Tell me. Aquatic means they're going to have gills. Perfect. So you can say that they are going to be having book gills. Aquatic arthropods, book gills. Okay. Then terrestrial arthropods, book lungs. Book lungs. Like in, you can say like in scorpion, book lungs. Book gills, seen in which? Limulus, king crab. Right? Okay. Now next phylum. After arthropods, let's come to the molluscans. Mollusca, again gills. Okay, if it is gills, can you tell me what type of respiration is this going to be called as? Respiration which is done through gills. What type of respiration is that called as? It's called as branchial respiration. It's called as branchial respiration. Very good. When it is through gills, it is called as branchial respiration. When it is through skin, it will be called as cutaneous respiration. Gills, branchial respiration. Correct? Alright. Let's move on to the next phylum. After mollusca comes echino. Echinodermata. What are they going to be having? They're going to be using their water vascular system. Water vascular system. Okay, for bringing in oxygen. Oh, so sorry kids. Okay. Then next phylum, hemichordata. Hemichordata. How are they going to breathe? Through gills. And last, children, which is the last one? Again, we talk about the last one, which we belong to, chordates. Chordates will be breathing through lungs. And breathing through lungs will be called as pulmonary. Pulmonary respiration. Is this clear, everyone? Breathing through lungs will be called as pulmonary respiration. So we covered the three types of respiration: cutaneous, branchial and pulmonary respiration. Yes, children? Alright. So now, children, let's move on to the human respiratory system. This is completely, we're going to be learning them as flow charts. Each and every part of the human respiratory system, we will be putting it in the in the manner of a flow chart. Everyone with me? How's the Josh? Everyone with me? Point 7 is not visible. So sorry, kids. Josh is high. Perfect. Okay. So kids, I can see you were not able to view point 7, and there it goes for you all. Alright. Let's continue. Hi Nabia. Alright. So now talking about human respiratory system. I'll just put that in the middle. Chalo, in the middle we'll write it down. Let's write it in the middle. Human respiratory system. First of all, children, this is going to be able to be divided into two major parts. Two major parts. Okay. One is called as the conducting system. Conducting system. And second is called as, or you can call it as the conducting part, you can call it as the conducting pathway or conducting part, and second is going to be the respiratory. Second will be the respiratory. Where does each belong to? Let's see. Let us see that, children. When we talk about the conducting part, it is the region between, starts from the nose all the way, leads up to the bronchioles. Very good. From the nose till the bronchioles. And talking about the respiratory part is the part of the alveoli. It is the alveolar part. Alright. Now, the conducting part is the part for passage of air. It is allowing passage of air. Are you all able to read the handwriting properly? Please let me know. Is it viewable on your screen? And the respiratory part is for exchange. Exchange of what? Exchange of gases. Exchange of gases between alveoli and blood. This is the part where the alveoli are going to be. You know that alveoli are surrounded with what? Alveoli are surrounded with blood capillaries, and that's where exchange is going to take place. Okay. So that's why at the level of alveoli, we call it as respiratory part, or you can call it as the part where exchange takes place. Clear, everyone? Now, one more thing, one more small point here. When I talk about the conducting part, is it only allowing passage of air? Is there any other functions happening there? Yes. There are 3 other functions we will learn that happens there. What are they? Let's write those down. Let's write those down. Okay. Now, first function of the conducting part, it is going to perform the function of filtration of air. Okay, right at the level of the nose, what do you have? There is cilia, there is mucus, there is small minute hair. It makes sure that any dust and all is not able to go further. So this is performing function of filtration. Filtration of air. Now, second, what is it? Second is going to be when the air comes inside, it's going to be able to humidification. Humidification is going to, yes, they act as an air conditioner. Humidification. Okay, humidification. Then third, it's going to make sure that whatever air is entering in, it becomes the same temperature as the body. So it brings the air to body temperature. Clear, everyone? 3 points of functions of the conducting part of the respiratory system. Okay. Now, let's move on. Let's start with the very first part of the respiratory system, and that is the nose. Okay. Do you all like your nose? This is something that I grew up hating. I used to hate my nose. I used to tell my mom, why is my nose like this? Why don't I have a nice pointed nose? So the first self-love that you can do to yourself is love your nose. See, there will be many people like me who will say we don't like our nose. But eventually, children, you will learn to love it. And you should, because it is a part of you. Okay, so when we talk about the nose, okay, let me tell you that we consider it into three parts. Okay, we consider it into three parts. Are you all making the tables now with me? Are you all making the tables now with me? Are you making these tables with me now? Yes. Why, Rupesh? Notes ban rahe? Are your notes being made? Himawari, make your notes. Now you can start making your notes. Come on. Now you can start making your notes, unless if you're waiting for the PDF. Ma'am, हम तो आराम से लिखें. We will write it आराम से. We will write it आराम से. Okay. So let's begin. First of all, what you see over here, these are the nostrils. What is another name for nostrils? What is another name for nostrils? I know it's not there in the NCERT, but you should know it. External nares. External nares, not nerves, not nerves. External nares. Then internal nares on the inner side. Internal nares. Okay? Then in the middle, between the internal and the external, what is this whole part? What is this whole part? It is the nasal. It is the nasal cavity. It is the nasal cavity. Very good. You like running notes? Very good. Make sure they don't run away. Now, it is the nasal cavity. Now, let's continue. Okay. Nasal cavity has got two types of epithelium. I will tell you what that is about. First of all, this whole nasal cavity that you're having, it's going to be divided into three regions. How many regions? Three regions. Okay. So, the nasal cavity, let's say, children, I'll draw something. Okay. Let me see. Let me know if you're able to understand what I'm drawing. This here, just a minute. This here, okay, is the nasal cavity. Okay, this is the nasal cavity. I am telling you it's divided into three parts. Okay, so this is the first part. This is the first part. Then let's see another color. This is the second part. Okay, and one more color. This is the third part. Three parts not visible. Okay. Three parts. Okay. So now let me label this. Let me label it so everything becomes clear. This is where your external nares are. This is where your internal nares are. Okay. And this whole part here is, are you able to see that? Are you able to see that? This is where, okay, the nasal chamber. The nasal chamber. Okay, let me make that a little smaller so it's visible on your screen. Clear, everyone? Now, the very first part here, this is going to be called as the vestibule. That is what you call as vestibule. Okay, middle part is the part which has a lot of blood vessels. So we're going to call it as the respiratory part. Okay, and the innermost part. Ever gone to the market in the evening with mama? Ever gone to the market in the evening with mama? When you go there, okay, you can see stalls of pav bhaji and idli sambar and what all stalls you see, right? And then you're very hungry. So what do? And then sometimes you walk by Domino's. Walk by Domino's when you go to the mall. How do you smell that pizza? How do you smell that pizza? You take a deep breath in, right? Because olfactory epithelium is located all the way behind here. Okay, so that part is called as the sensory part or the olfactory? Olfactory part. Okay, the vestibule has hairs. Okay, the respiratory part has blood vessels. Okay, and the olfactory part has nerves. Or you can say this is the part which has olfactory epithelium. This is the part that has olfactory epithelium. Clear? So let's put this over here under nasal cavity. Is this clear, everyone? Now, let's move on, and our next topic will be pharynx. Are your notes being made, everyone? Everyone, your notes are being made. Now, you all know pharynx has got three parts. The nasopharynx, starting from the nose, the oropharynx, starting from the mouth, and the laryngopharynx. Correct? Now, this is where, okay, the laryngopharynx, everybody knows that's going to lead to larynx. Laryngopharynx is leading to larynx, and at the top of the larynx, what do we have? What do we have at the top of the larynx? What is present, children, at top of larynx? It is called as the epiglottis. Epiglottis is going to be covering the glottis. Epiglottis is going to be covering the glottis. What is epiglottis made up of? What is epiglottis made up of? Cartilage. Is there any bone? Is there any bone in epiglottis? No bone. Only cartilage. How many cartilages? 9 cartilages. Only cartilage. Okay? It covers the glottis. Now, the epiglottis is going to be covering the glottis, and glottis is going to be opening into... Who will tell me that? Glottis opens into... Glottis opens into trachea. Okay. Now, who will tell me this cartilaginous epiglottis is which cartilage? It is which cartilage? Elastic. Okay, elastic or yellow cartilage. Elastic or yellow cartilage. Also, what else do we find at the level of the larynx? What else do we find at level of larynx, children? At larynx, you are also going to find vocal cords. You will find vocal cords at the level of larynx. Now, who will tell me? Vocal cords. Which cartilage? Hyaline. Okay. Perfect. And what are these vocal cords going to do? They are the reasons why in some of my batches I've got such talented children who actually have the confidence to be unmuted, uncamped, and they sing such beautiful songs. Right? Yes. So, hyaline cartilage, which is of the vocal cords, is the place where... Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Hyaline cartilage is the place where the... basically, this is where... Which are going to be vibrating for sound production. Vibrating for sound production. Yes, Saksha. Okay. Now, after the pharynx. How many of you are making your notes along with me? How many of you are making your notes along with me? Tell me. Very good, Disha. Very good, Lakshita. Perfect. Now, let's move on and let's head towards the trachea. Let's head towards the trachea. Trachea, what did you call trachea when you were in school? It's first of all, now don't call it as trachea. It's called as trachea. What did you call it when you were in school? You must have called it as windpipe. Windpipe. Right? Windpipe. Very good. Now, this trachea have got C-shaped rings. They are made up of what? Tell me in the chat box. C-shaped rings. What are they made up of? Very good. They are made up of cartilage. Cartilaginous. And which cartilage? Which cartilage? Hyaline. Hyaline cartilage. Very good. Very good. Acha, tell me, where is trachea? Is it in the ventral side or is it in the dorsal side? Is it in the ventral side or is it in the dorsal side? You can feel it. Touch here. This is your trachea. This, you feel it? This is the trachea. So it is in the ventral side of the body. Ventral side of the body. Fine. Now, one thing very important. Let's see if you are able to tell me this answer. This is the trachea. It is going to bifurcate. It is going to bifurcate. Exactly tell me, your NCERT tells you to at which level is it bifurcating. Here are your C-shaped rings. Here are your C-shaped rings. Okay. Now you all will tell me, if I am going to tell you this part, which part is this? Very good. This is the level of the 5th thoracic vertebrae. 5th thoracic vertebrae. Excellent. Excellent, children. Alright. One more question for you all. Which epithelium is found in the trachea? It is going to be ciliated, pseudo-stratified epithelium. Okay, ciliated pseudo-stratified epithelium. Alright, write that down, everyone. Write that down, everyone. Alright, now what we will do, are you all ready? Can you make a diagram along with me? Everybody ready? Shall we make a diagram together? Everyone ready to make a diagram together? Come on, let's start. So, we're going to make a diagram of the human respiratory system. First, we start with the trachea and its bifurcation. First, we start with the trachea and its bifurcation. Is everybody with me? Are you all drawing along with me? Very good. Let's draw its bifurcation here. Okay. And let's not forget those C-shaped rings. Let's not forget those C-shaped rings. Why are these C-shaped rings present? Why are these C-shaped rings present? So that they can prevent collapsing. They will make sure that the trachea, no matter what you do, dance, run, skip, somersault, cartwheel, the trachea is not going to collapse. It will never collapse. Am I clear? It is going to prevent collapsing. Very good. Now, this, what we are seeing here, the very first bifurcation over here, this is the primary bronchi. Primary bronchi. Correct? Then, after the primary bronchi, it will bifurcate again. And when it bifurcates again, this is going to lead to secondary bronchi. Then, secondary bronchi bifurcates again and it leads to tertiary bronchi. Correct, children? Let's make our C-shaped rings. Alright, till tertiary bronchi. And now, after that, at the end, will be your alveoli. The alveoli. I hope this is visible to everyone. Alright. Perfect. Now, let's draw the major organ, the lungs. At the level of the primary bronchi, can you all see that is the level where it is entering into the lungs. That is the level where it is entering into the lungs. Okay, now let's draw the other lung. And can you see this lung has a small notch? What is that notch called as? Who will tell me? What is that notch called as? Who is going to tell me that? It is called as the cardiac notch. Why? So that it can accommodate the heart. And why is it present at the left lung? Because the heart is tilted slightly towards the left side. So yeah, let's draw the heart over here for accommodation of the heart. Heart is slightly tilted towards the left. Very good, children. Now, what I want you to see is the different lobes. Now, can you see here one horizontal and one diagonal? Another diagonal. Can you see that? So children, can you see how these two different lungs, let's label them. This over here is going to be the right lung. Right lung. This over here is going to be the left lung. Right lung has how many lobes? Right lung has how many lobes? 3 lobes. This is the superior. This is the middle. And this is the inferior. Okay, and over here superior and this is inferior. Very good. Now, what about these lines that I have drawn? Can you see those white lines I have drawn? Children, tell me, what are those called as? What are those white lines called as? They are called as fissures. So, this is a horizontal fissure. This is a horizontal fissure and this is an oblique fissure. Here also it is only oblique fissure. Children, are your notes being made properly and are you able to view the screen? Are all of you able to view the screen? Can you please let me know? So this region here, this is the cardiac notch. This is the cardiac notch. And children, below this, what is present below this? What is this muscle called as? Right below it, what is this muscle going to be called as? It is called as the diaphragm. This is going to be called as the diaphragm. Oh, you won't be able to see that. Let me change that. This is the diaphragm. Perfect. Alright. So, over here, let's see this here. These are your primary bronchi. These are your secondary bronchi. These are your tertiary bronchi. And this is your alveoli. Perfect. Alright, perfect. Now, let's continue. Tell me now, if I am talking about the alveoli, only and only if I mention the alveoli, okay, let's see this here. Everyone draw this diagram along with me. If this is one alveoli, what is the epithelium which is it made up of? What is the epithelium it is made up of? What is the epithelium it is made up of? Tell me, class. Very good. It is only and only squamous epithelium. So let's draw that. Let's draw that. Only squamous epithelium. Quickly, let's draw this squamous epithelium. Okay. Now, alveoli are going to be surrounded by what? Alveoli are going to be surrounded with blood vessels. So let's draw that here. Let's draw that here. This is the blood vessel. Alright. Blood vessel means which vessel are we talking about? We're talking about the capillary. And if it is a blood capillary, again it is going to be made up of only squamous epithelium. Only squamous epithelium. So, Here also squamous epithelium. One layer. Acha, tell me what is this one layer of squamous epithelium called as, children? What is that layer called as? It is called as endothelium. Why? It's called as endothelium, but why? Because it is derived from endoderm. Okay, it is nothing but simple squamous epithelium. It is derived from endoderm. That's why it is endothelium. And when we see this, this is going to be again simple squamous epithelium. Yes, children? Are your notes being made? Can you just tell me this? Are your notes being made? What about the part between them? What about this part between them? What about this part? This is nothing but only the basement membrane. Only and only basement membrane. So let's write that down. This is basement membrane. Okay, now you guys will tell me, what is the basement membrane made up of? Is the basement membrane made up of cells? Is the basement membrane made up of cells? No. Basement membrane is absolutely non-cellular. It is absolutely non-cellular. Okay, so let's write that down. There are so many different types of MCQs that can be coming from here, children. I want you to focus on this. First of all, whenever you have, let's say you've got oxygen. Okay, this is oxygen. And oxygen wants to enter into the blood. So how many layers does it have to pass through? How many barriers are there that it has to pass through? There are 3 barriers. There are 3 barriers it has to pass through. 1. Simple squamous epithelium of alveoli. 2. The basement membrane. And 3. The endothelium it has to pass through. 3 barriers. Now, out of these 3 barriers, how many are going to be cellular? How many are cellular? 2 barriers. And how many is non-cellular? 1. Is this clear? This is the alveoli and endothelium. And this one is basement membrane. Clear, everyone? Perfect. Lovely. So kids, we have completed the human respiratory system. Now let's move on to mechanism of breathing. Let's move on to mechanism of breathing. Okay? Only mechanism of breathing. Let's do that. Mechanism of breathing. Whew. How many notes have been made? So many pages of notes have been made already. Already we've made so many pages of notes. Having fun? Having fun? Yes, kids? Ready for some more? Ready for some more? Are you all having fun? How is the revision going on? Are you ready for full human physiology like this? Are you guys ready for full human physiology in this way? Full human physiology in this way? Perfect. Perfect. This is exactly what you need at this time before your NEET exams. Okay, a full basic se leke all every point revision. Alright, let's begin now. When we talk about breathing, I cannot help but remember Baba Ramdev. Okay? Okay, so some respect to Baba Ramdev. He's the one, whenever you think about breathing, whenever you think about yoga, that's the one person which we all think about, right? So yes, breathing is basically going to be having 2 main steps into it. One is inspiration. One is inspiration and second is expiration. Now everybody knows from day 1, okay, of your 11th standard when you're studying, that if at all I say an average human adult is going to breathe how many breaths per minute? How many breaths per minute? How many breaths per minute? Everyone who will tell me? 12 to 16 breaths per minute. Right? 12 to 16 breaths per minute. कौन है 72? I knew it. Somebody will be there who will write 72. है ना? Yes, children. Is there a difference between your lungs and your heart? Is there a difference between your lungs and your heart? Who lives in your heart? Tell me, who lives in your heart? Do they also live in your lungs? Is there a difference between your lungs and your heart? Fair. Now, everybody knows 12 to 16. How many of you went ahead and thought that if it is 12 to 16 per minute, then how many, or I can say one breath lasts for how long? One breath lasts for how long? ये तो ma'am maths है. We don't think about that. We don't think about that, ma'am. In 1 minute, there are around 12, in 1 minute, okay, we can say that there are 12 to 16 breaths. Correct? So, one breathing cycle is around 5 seconds. 5 seconds, out of which in this 5 seconds, inspiration is for 2 seconds and expiration is around for 3 seconds. How many of you actually went and thought about this? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? 12 to 16 we know more than enough for our MCQs. 12 to 16 we know now more than enough, ma'am, for our MCQs. We are done. Now, tell me which are the muscles involved. How is this color seen? Can you see this color? Can you guys see this color? Which are the muscles involved? Who is this saying ma'am, ma'am, ma'am? Hi, Nevi. Ma'am, have some water. Okay, Saksha. Very good. There are two types of muscles. Okay, two types of muscles. Two muscles actually I will say. One, diaphragm, and second are the intercostals. Right? And in intercostals you all know there are two types, external and internal. External and internal intercostals. Very good. And abdominal muscles also help. Yes, they do. After completing, you can refer to NCERT, but I would suggest after completing, directly jump to the MCQs. Which books are you going to be solving these MCQs from? Tell me. Which books are you going to solve MCQs from right after this class? Tell me. After this class, you all will sit and solve your MCQs. Which book? Very good, Zain. You will solve from MTG. Oh God, what happened? This got loose. Just a minute, kids. Oh God. Just a minute. Don't know why this happened. Connection got loose. Please wait, kids. I'm so sorry. Yes, NCERT is enough for class 12 boards. I don't know what happened. Are you all able to see my screen or is it black? Completely black. Completely went blank. Sorry kids, just give me a minute. Alright. Kids, what we'll do, I'll just fix this up for us and let us meet in the next session. I'll just fix this up and let us meet in the next session. Okay, so until now, whatever notes we have made, you will be getting the PDF of it. Okay. Until now, whatever notes we have made, you will be getting the PDF of it. Okay. Let's end this session right now and we will be continuing the next part in the next session. Okay. I will be keeping you updated on the Telegram channel of the next session. Alright everyone. Okay. Bye everyone. I will let you know in the Telegram channel about the next session. Thank you for joining me and be there. Solve all the MCQs of the initial part of the chapter today. Clear? Next sessions I will announce it on the Telegram group. Alright, so everyone, if you've not done so far, go and subscribe, go and join the Telegram channel and hit the bell icon so you'll get a notification of all our next sessions. Okay, bye everyone, see you.